My name is Liz Kaplan.
My name is Susan Kang.
My name is Zhixin Wang. I'm from China.
I'm Mike Kay, and I'm from the the North Shore.
Before I study English, I have many problems. For example, at weekend, my stomach ache is very seriously. They sent me to the emergency room, but I can't say anything. So they told me I need wait the interpreter. I wait a long time, for 5 hours. It's almost 11 o'clock, so I need to go home because I'm afraid and no public transportation. Yeah, so I go home.
I wanted to just be able to learn, to read a book to a 5-year-old at that time, or a 6-year-old that now she's 27, and she never puts a book down. And that's what I wanted to always do. When you get a 5-year-old you're reading a book to at night, Daddy, that's not what it says. Then it's time. And that's why my wife and I, she found literacy volunteers to help me.
Roberta Sullman, the Executive Director of Literacy Volunteers of Massachusetts. I started in this position in 1981, and I was a volunteer tutor myself for about 3 years before that. I still look at our state, I look at our communities, I look at our country, and I can't imagine what politicians are thinking when they cut adult education programs and then at the same time expect people to get jobs and learn how to speak English and take care of themselves and their families. This is a fundamental skill that people need. People make more money when they get a high school diploma, and they make more money to take care of their families, and they pay more taxes, and they buy more things because they have more money. There's more civic participation in terms of voting, as citizens. There's more community participation in terms of volunteering in their own community, helping in their children's schools. There's more success in K through 12 education reform because parents can help their kids, and parents can take an interest and go up to the school without feeling intimidated. So, there is no downside to this, and that's what I think it's very exciting to be a part of that, and people can be a part of that by being a volunteer tutor.
Reading about sports is motivating to him, so I've spent some of my preparation time finding articles on the internet. So yeah, I've learned a little more about sports than I maybe wanted to, but that's okay.
What enabled us to make our connection is English. And you could never have done that if she weren't working so hard.
But you got to remember, that student has finally come out of their eggshell or whatever and is asking for help. That is the toughest part, is to let other people know that you have a disability. It is a disability. I'm dyslexic, you know what I mean? And I've never really come out and said that. In matter of fact, I think I said that to you last week. And these are the things that we're learning as we go along, you know. And I make initials and stuff, but, you know, thank you. It's not easy.
Before I have tutor, I'm afraid to open my mouth. I just sing and reading. Since we are talking about 3 or 4 years, I can speak, open my mouth.
Be yourself.
Thank you.
My two daughters and son-in-laws bought me a book to read, and I just recently, this past year, have read it from front to back. With it's taken a while. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But it was such a rewarding feeling to go home and tell them I finished their book that they gave me, and now I am on my second one. I have never ever I'm almost 60, have read a book that has had 200 pages from front to back, and I'm on my second one. I can't wait to finish that one. It's so rewarding, when you get people that have your back and they understand what you're trying to do. And I honestly cannot wait to read a book to my, future grandson. It's just 4 months away. So
It's something that you can definitely do. If you know English, you can do this. If you don't know English, you can certainly learn it. And even if you're 80 years old, it's not too late.
no, thank you.
Yeah, you worked for it.
So haven't you?
Thanks very much.
How has it changed me? I have I've learned a lot, and I recommend definitely stepping out of your social circle, stepping out of your comfort zone of what you do professionally, and finding out what's going on, in other people's lives, other people's struggles, because what you have in common is so much more than what you have that's different.